What about Eze in that sort of number 10 role? How do you think he did?
Well, I thought that he would have maybe. I thought that in some instances, like we saw in the first half, just stay still and get on the ball. And he had an opportunity in the first half where he done that, got his half a yard and took the shot. You'll probably be disappointed because he could have done better with that. But as long as Eberechi is staying in that area, I'm really happy with him.
The worry for me, I think we talk about players like this. I think I think you've done okay, but the manager should be saying okay is not good enough. We need to set high.
That test, we need that as well. We want to see if Elliot Anderson can, like, OK, this is the turn, they've turned the heat up a bit. Let's see how he cut. Yeah, you want to see that. You want to see Noni Madueke playing against maybe better opposition. See if he goes past people. We want to see Eberechi's in that middle, getting his 10 like we've seen he can do, slipping balls through, taking shots if he gets the opportunity. You want to see all that.
Yeah, because of the lack of jeopardy quite often with a lot of these groups, you almost have to go looking for it.
Yeah.
I think Belgrade should offer.
Yeah, I think the players and the manager and the staff will probably look forward to it. I think it'll obviously be a hostile atmosphere, but let's not get ourselves. Serbia aren't that great either. If England bring their A game, you think they'll win comfortably.
What did you think of that game? It was a tougher one to break down. You knew it was going to be like that, but professional performance at the end?
Yeah, I would say so. Clean sheet, 2 goals. Probably could have had more. Obviously, we had the experience of playing them at the end of last season, and we knew that. Got to give them credit. They're a very stubborn opposition. Like I said, I think we could have scored more goals, and I think it was definitely a much improved performance from the last time. So, yeah, I'm happy overall. How much did you enjoy your performance out there? I mean, it was your cross that forced the first goal, and I think if it hadn't been an own goal, you'd do a few England players lining up to score it. Yeah, definitely. I'm happy. I think I tried to create as much as possible for my team. Knew what type of game it was. I think those type of games, you have to just get the ball and just have that fearless mentality of, okay, cool, there's 11 players in 30 metres of space, so the only way you're really going to get to goals is if you outplay somebody or if you produce a real moment of quality with the cross like Reece James did with the second goal. So I feel like as a collective, that was really what we tried to do, just go out there and be sharp on the rest defence and just try and go out there and create and take people out of the game. And I think in spells we did that well.
I want to ask you about what the manager had said to you about how to change the tactics, because you'd played them so recently. He said he was going to try something a little bit different. It felt to me as though sometimes maybe you and Marcus Rashford cut inside a little bit to try and allow the fullbacks to overlap, and it worked at times.
Yeah, no, definitely. Me and Rashi had more narrow positions as opposed to the last game where I think it was me and Morgan played on the chalk. And yeah, I think, to be fair, listen, it's difficult to create an overload really if there's 11 players in 30 metres of space, but I think that helped us more when the fullbacks got on the outside. And obviously, again, like I said, Reece James, you saw his moment of quality from that tactic. So yeah.
Can I ask you about Elliot Anderson making his debut?
Yeah.
He was outstanding, wasn't he?
Yeah, top. But we knew that he's been outstanding in the Premier League, outstanding in the under-21 Euros when they won last summer. So yeah, we know of his quality and just made up for him that he played so well today.
That's one from me. What do you expect it to be tougher when you go to Belgrade? Is this going to be the toughest game you'll face in World Cup qualifying, do you think?
I think World Cup qualifying, yeah, all the games are tough. But I think it'll be a tough game. We'll be prepared for it, and I think we'll go in there with a positive mindset that we're going to get the job done.
Well done, thank you, Tom.
A lot of Arsenal players on the team today. I mean, how much you enjoying playing with those at club, obviously, but country as well?
Yeah, no, it's fun. Loads of Arsenal players got called up. I think it's testament to the work we're doing at Sober. Really happy to be here with the boys and to get a win today.
I feel like you've got a big platform now. Obviously, you've moved to Arsenal, playing more regularly for England. Do you feel like you are sort of improving?
Yeah, I hope so. Definitely, I feel like played games for England, played some really good games for England, contributing. So yeah, I'm really happy with how my international career started over the last year, and God willing, it will continue.
You were actually asking while we were watching the second half to put some crosses in. Very simple what Reece James does, isn't it? Gets it out of his feet.
Especially if you've got players like Reece James in possession. We saw the goal, it was very straightforward. Obviously, he gets good first touch, and Declan just walks in there. And the beauty with the cross, it's always Andorra aren't even set up for it because they've been used to dealing with balls in front of them. But nice pace of pass, just put it in there. I watch all levels of football as we all do. The amount of goals that come from crosses, England's 2 goals today come from crosses. Don't be reluctant to cross the ball. And a lovely finish by Rice. Very good.
They want to stop us coming through them because obviously they were quite narrow. So the space is on the wing, and we have got players who can head the ball. You just think, get the ball wide, get the ball in the box. You see how dishevelled they were, and all over the place when the ball's going in the box. Just do that.
Yeah, especially when you've got time on the ball and you've got bodies in there, because when players come back out, they're going back out the other side to do what? To cross it anyway. But you've got that opportunity, take it.
What we are watching today is, I think, what quite a lot of people see, particularly the Premier League, and they wonder, therefore, whether it is as exciting as it was a decade ago, which is this horseshoe football, isn't it? Comes to one side, you don't cross it in, so you go all the way back out the other. You say,
yeah, no, I can get that sometimes when you're trying, if you're trying to keep possession, or you're up against a really good defensive team, you thought, listen, we have to pass and probe, but against a lesser opposition, and you've got it in the wide positions, and you've got time, don't be reluctant to cross it.
Yeah. Especially when you're playing against a team that they haven't scored in I don't know how many games it is, 14 games, I don't know. You can afford to try and pass it through, you'll get it back in a couple of passes.
If you can't play with freedom against teams like Andorra, you're in trouble, and I still think England were still a bit uptight with some of their passing in the final third.
I think we created more than we converted.
in Andorra and today as well. I think there are a lot of chances for goals and a lot of half chances where we can be more clinical, have to be more clinical. But overall, there are much more positive things than the negatives today. I think it was a good step. Try to speed up the game constantly. We had to give everything to the match, of course, and play against a deep block. But there are no concerns today. There are still things to improve, but the direction was the right direction. After the 4 days of training, it was a good performance, a deserved result. I think should have won with more goals, but it's not the problem. The energy was right, the attitude was right. Guys were positive with each other, and so I'm absolutely okay with that. And from there, we take more positive, like I said, than negative.
Well, one of the highlights for England was the performance of Elliot Anderson on his debut. He completed 107 passes with a 94% accuracy, with 20 passes into the final third. Completed 7 of his attempted 8 long balls, won 100% of his tackles, recovered the ball 15 times and won half of his ground duels and aerial duels. It was a very good afternoon for him.
I really enjoyed it out there. Thought the team done well and got the 3 points, which was the main thing.
You looked incredibly comfortable in that environment. How much of that was down to the fact that you'd been to a tournament with the under-21s in the summer? How much was it down to you feeling comfortable in the environment? How much was it down to the fact that you're actually a really good player?
Yeah, could be from the Euros. I think a lot of it's sort of maybe from training this week and the lads welcoming me and making me feel at home. So yeah, I went out of there and felt really good.
What did the manager say to you before you went out?
Just stay calm. He spoke to me in the hotel and just said, obviously I'll be nervous, but he said it's normal and just stay calm and do what I do.
Got any messages yet?
I haven't checked my phone.
Let me just tell you some of your stats. 107 passes completed, 94% pass accuracy, 20 passes into the final third, 7 out of 8 successful long balls, 100% tackles won. They don't sound bad, those stats.
No, decent to be fair, yeah. No, as I say, I'm happy with the role I played today and I really enjoyed doing it.
We know you want to get to the World Cup. Do you think you've given the manager a message, something to think about?
I think it's only one game, really. I think I'm focusing on the next game and then the game after that to try and make an impact. So, yeah, and then obviously all eyes are on the World Cup.
Couldn't have gone much better though, could it?
No, not really, yeah. Well, it could have if I scored, to be honest.
Did you think you had I mean, look, it was a good save, to be fair, from the keeper, wasn't it, that one?
Yeah.
Or do you think you should have got more on it, perhaps?
Yeah, I should have scored, I think. Yeah, but it is what it is next time.
He's just a very, very good football player. He has the physicality, he's a very mobile 6. He has the body, he loves to defend, he loves to put his body inside to win duels, he loves passing, he loves to break the lines, and he's just very mobile in his game. It was a pleasure to see. Was a bit of a nervous start into the week, which is also nice to see that not everything is normal for the guys, but they're still nervous to come to camp and are not afraid to admit it that they were a bit nervous. But very, very quickly he adapted to the quality and then we thought, why not to give him his debut straight away? I think the team around him made it as easy as possible for him, and he had a very strong performance.